welcome once again, people. This is the Fandom Symposium, and we're doing a special podcast. We are doing the countdown to Dragon Ball Z as it's making a return to our screens, people. I'm Thomas Droven, and with me is Puja723 and Iris. Greetings, girls!
Dragon Ball Super is an official thing. Yay! All of the yay.
Yes.
Thank you, Akira Toriyama.
Yes. And for those of you who are not in the know, you've got some nerd not knowing this, people.
I am sure the internet knows. The internet knows what Dragon Ball Super is. This is an 18-year series in the making. Dragon Ball Z ended in 1995, so.
And because of this new series, everything GT related will now be considered null and void.
Yes, GT's gone from existence. Hell to the yes.
Yes.
But I am sad that there's not going to be any more Super Saiyan 4. That's the only thing that kind of disappoints me. Because I like you, Iris, like you said in the Dragon Ball Z podcast, the Super Saiyan 4 form was awesome.
Yes. But it doesn't matter.
We should start with the questions, which were found on Tumblr, posted by Tumblr blogger Dancing Demon. I'm not sure they imagined that somebody would do a podcast about it, but I guess that's pretty cool.
Oh, and incidentally, listeners, what we can do here on this podcast is just our own personal opinions. We don't really want to offend anyone. You're absolutely entitled to have your own opinion and whatever on Dragon Ball Z, you know. You have your favorites, we have our favorites, so this is just for fun, people, so don't take it so seriously.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, so let's start with day 30. Who do you think is the strongest character ever?
Ladies first?
Iris, you want to answer that?
I was thinking about it. Before the Dragon Ball, Battle of the Gods came out, it's like, obviously, it's like, oh, Goku, you're so strong. And then, of course, there's like, no, it's Gohan, because he's got all that untapped potential and blah, blah, blah. But, of course, it's, you know, Beerus and Whis. So there's really no argument there about who the strongest character is, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk about like power levels and all that, we're not even gonna get to that because power levels are nonsense to me. I don't even believe in the power level nonsense.
No, not anymore, because everyone getting so strong these days has rendered Scouters pretty much irrelevant these days. And I have to agree with Iris. I have to agree that our God of Destruction is Power Whis, the strongest character ever.
Yeah, I agree with you guys both. Beerus and Whis, especially in Xenoverse, they will kick your ass if you're not prepared.
I mean, I guess just to make it controversial, we could say that the strongest character is Hercule, because he's the one who ended up defeating Buu.
Quote unquote.
Well, he's the power of his love.
Yeah, he actually tried. Yes, he actually tried something that all the other Z fighters didn't bother about. He actually tried. Why don't you just try being his friend? You just attack him, and why don't you just try being friendly to him? Even though he was attempting to knock him off, but Buu actually took it as a genuine. No one had ever actually been friendly to him.
So, for strength, it's Beerus and Whis, but who do you guys think is the most mentally strongest character in the series?
Well, I have to say Piccolo then, because in his own words, he's always got a plan, and he's thinking 2 steps ahead, when things get a bit difficult. Everything like, even though it may be embarrassing for him at times and stuff, but he does a good job. He's quite well thought out, he doesn't when the situation gets bad, he's quickly thinking of another way how to get around it as quickly as possible, or with a minimum amount of damage, I have to say.
Yeah, I agree. Piccolo to me is like the mentally strongest character in the series. What about you, Iris?
I thought of Piccolo also.
Yeah,
because, he spends all that time meditating and taking care of his brain, not just his body.
Right.
Yeah, it's Piccolo, hands down, yeah.
So, are we done with this question?
I guess.
Yeah, strongest. Well, we all have to agree it's Beerus and Whis as the strongest characters that we've ever seen so far.
I mean, if you want to go into the movies and say Broly.
Oh.
But even then, they still defeat Broly, so.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree.
He's an unthinking musclehead. That's his problem.
Agree.
Okay, favorite friendship.
Yeah, favorite friendship. I would say Bulma and Chi-Chi. They're my favorite friendship. I mean, they don't really they don't really have like a lot of screen time together, but it's just that two wives of Goku and Vegeta. I mean, it would be nice if they had more screen time. Dragon Ball Super, make this happen, please.
You never know. Maybe Chi-Chi might get back into her old fighting ways again. You never know.
Well, yeah, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, we'll see. Everything
She did for a bit for Goten.
Yeah.
Maybe if she has another child, she will again.
Favorite friendship? I would have to say my favorite friendship would have to be the one that's between Gohan and Piccolo, I think, because he's been there since day one. He's been a good teacher to him and everything like that.
Green Dad.
Green Dad is always the best.
Yes, Green Dad. Surrogate father to Gohan. Yeah, I quite enjoy, he's harsh on Gohan, but he's quite fond of him, obviously, but he doesn't let it show it to him.
So what about you?
My favorite friendship is definitely the friendship between Hercule and Buu.
Yeah, Hercule and Buu, they're another one.
It was just so unexpected, and then the fact that years later, they're still living together, they're still being bros, and then it's like Boo's friendship part is like so innocent, and it made Hercule think about somebody other than himself. I don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
Favorite quote?
I do love that speech. That's the only one that sticks out to me. I don't know why.
Are you talking about Goku or Frieza?
No, Goku, where he's like, allied to good. He makes this like ginormous speech and he's like, allied to good, nightmare to you, or some crap like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's like so cheesy now, but like back in the day I thought that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is like something that the Doctor and Doctor Who would say.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's rather... You're a cliche. That's what we say.
But that is my favorite
so
quote.
Funny. That's probably like the I don't know, it doesn't seem like a Goku thing to say.
Exactly!
Because he's so humble. And that seems like something Vegeta would say if he were ever in that position. And then he'd be so busy saying it, he'd get his face slapped.
And also ended with, I'm the Prince of all Saiyans.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my favorite quote when Frieza's all pissed off at Goku, like, why can't I hit you? And then he makes that whole speech.
Super.
It's a good speech, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's cheesy. It's really cheesy now. But I still love that quote. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Yes. My favorite quote would have to be when, what Vegeta said, to Goku when they were in Majin Buu's body, is, when Goku notices that smoke's coming off. He's saying, hey, where's that smoke coming from? And Vegeta says, Kakarot, get out of there! That's your carcass being digested! I find that real funny. I'm thinking, Goku, think about where you are. That smoke is coming because all the stuff here has to go somewhere, has to be converted into energy for Buu, and you're in it, and you will be converted.
That was such a funny episode.
Kakarot, get out of there! That's your carcass being digested! Even Vegeta's not that stupid to stay, and then why does he think he got out so quick? Oh, dearie me, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's good. Well, the other favorite quote is, it's not over till the fist jumps. It's over.
Oh, from movie 13, yes! Iris, no, I'm gonna link Iris to that right now. That quote is so hilarious.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can
think
find it. It's just so random, though.
Well, it could have been worse. It was, Piccolo and Vegeta at the end of movie 13, they're sitting on an ice floe, and Piccolo asks Vegeta, is it over? And, Vegeta says, not until the fist jumps. Then the fist jumps out of the water and back in again, and he goes, it's over.
That's like so weird.
So it's like a playoff of not until the fat lady sings.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I suppose, I've got it here. Yeah, here it is. It's real good. It's very simple. I think it's just
That's
the fat.
just like so random for those two to be saying that.
Not until the fish jumps.
Okay. And then it's like this pathetic little fish.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they scared most of the big ones away while they've been fighting, you see. I'm not surprised.
That was in movie 13, Thomas. That was, movie 7, I think.
Yeah, well. Yeah. So, that's, you've had your favorite quotes. I've had mine. What about you, Iris? Any favorite quotes?
Oh, so at first I was like, what the hell? I don't remember anything that they said. But the one line that I did remember is Vegeta in GT when he's like, I shaved my mustache, you idiot.
Oh, yes!
It's so funny because he's so outraged.
Yeah. It's plainly obvious that he's back to being his usual self. Obviously, he tried the mustache, people didn't like it, or, he just said, nah, it doesn't work for me. If it doesn't work for my daughter, it doesn't work for me either, so I might as well get rid of it.
I feel like Akira Toriyama like saw Vegeta with the mustache in GT, and they were like, and he was like, nope, get rid of it somehow.
Mm-hmm. Well, it could have been worse. He could have had a haircut.
He did have a haircut in GT.
Yeah, I know, but I mean crew cut.
Oh, oh God.
Yeah, can you imagine Vegeta like that? I can't.
Alright, so next question. Your favorite character from a movie?
I feel like this is going to be my favorite question out of the entire questionnaire for today.
Okay, who's yours?
Talk about Beerus and Whis?
No, not Beerus and Whis.
No, I think I know.
I love Beerus and Whis, but Tapion from movie 13.
Yeah.
He needs to come back. I don't care if the movies are non-canon, just bring him back in Dragon Ball Super for like 2 seconds, please.
Thought as much.
Because, like, all the DBZ movies before Battle of Gods came out, all they did was introduce these, super villains. And then movie 13 comes along with this, you actually have a good guy that's, like, bonding with, like, little Trunks, and it's like, aw, and then it's like, you never see him again.
Well, he was a tip of the hat to future Trunks in a way, so, it was sort of like having the brother he never actually had.
Well, yeah, in a way, yeah, you could say that, but according to his wiki, like, he's based off of Link from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense with the little flute thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and the sword too, yeah, so, except his sword doesn't zap the enemy back to the underworld or something like that when he just points it at it, like in the game. That was great, that. Favorite character from a movie would have to be, Frieza's brother Cooler. I'm thinking to myself, it's an invisible bond between brothers. He may not have liked his brother, but at least there's a big difference between not liking one's brother and not caring when somebody hurts him or something like that. I'm just thinking to myself, at least you were more level-headed, Cooler, and you had, and you had a better form transformation. However, your carelessness is what led up to this in the first place. And like his brother, he comes back, except a better version of a cyborg, I thought, especially his metal Cooler idea.
I hated the sequel to his movie. It was like really, I didn't enjoy that movie. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just thinking to myself, it makes sense, so when Goku's getting beaten up, then Vegeta turns up, and so Cooler's already analyzed the problem, saying, alright, so one Meta Cooler doesn't work, so I'll just duplicate myself about 100 times.
Over and over again. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, well that's called ego, you see. like Frieza, except he was more mature about it.
Yeah, you could say that in a way he was.
But I would like to know, where the hell did he know where New Namek was? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
But the big Getty star, I'm thinking to myself, well, he must have plugged himself up into the intergalactic data net or something like that, and he must have found, that's where they are, or he just tracked down Namakian life forms.
Maybe the star was, like, above the planet, and he was probably like, okay, I could just take over this planet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, true. What about you, Iris? Favorite character?
Well, I've only seen one movie.
Yeah, Battle of the Gods.
Battle of the Gods, so, going off of the movie that I've seen, it's, I like Whis.
He's a good guy.
I like both of them, but I think I just like how chill he is. And
he's a good guy.
Just there eating and doing karaoke.
And he's asking for recipes as well because he thinks this is fantastic. Can I have some to go, please? Your world's gonna be blown up, so can I have some of this to go so I can remember how
he's like totally in control.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's also got a high opinion of himself when he wants to sing and, to get to Beerus up and he's saying, no, don't do that, I'll get up.
Yeah. And from a fighting standpoint, I know he hasn't fought in the movie or maybe he'll fight in the show, but in Xenoverse, he can kick your ass 1, 2, 3. Like, I'm at level 85 with, Galena and he kicked my ass in like 2 seconds.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you got a long way to go then to learn from him. Just like Beerus obviously has to learn from him too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So his strength, he is, like, Beerus isn't lying. Whis is strong.
Yeah.
So favorite family relationship. Green Dad and Gohan for me, because Goku, you suck.
Yeah, well, Goku, the delicacies of family life just really elude him, yeah, so, surrogate father with, Gohan and, Piccolo, yeah.
No, Green Dad is always better in every single way. He watched out for Gohan every step of the way. From the Saiyan saga to Buu. He made sure that this kid, like, when things got rough, he wanted to help that kid. Like, when he was up against Cell and Goku was like, oh no, don't worry, Piccolo, you know, Gohan can beat Cell, and then Gohan's getting his ass kicked and Piccolo's screaming at him. Yeah. I love that scene so much.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'd have to agree with you, Puja, on that one. Yeah, I quite enjoy the relationship. Yeah, Piccolo, you know, he's the voice of reason and everything for Gohan and everything like that, because Goku means well, except, you know, he's a bit rusty around how family relationships. He's a bit clueless, and I think to myself, Goku, how the hell did you get this far anyway?
What about you?
I don't know, because he's kind of dumb.
Goku?
But, yeah. But I'd have to say that my favorite family relationship, as you guys know, I do love Piccolo and Gohan, but my favorite family relationship is definitely just the brief family in general, not Vegeta and Bulma, just, you know, all of them together, including her parents and stuff. Just their whole dynamic that they have going on. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's next question.
Funniest moment.
There's a lot of good ones.
Well, Thomas mentioned my favorite, funniest moment when they're in Buu's stomach. Just like that whole entire, I think it's like 2 episodes before they find, you know, Gohan and Goten and Trunks and stuff. So, you know, just those 2 episodes where they're just exploring Buu's insides and Vegeta's all like disgusted and then Goku's all excited and there's like digestive stuff going on. It's just so trippy.
It is. It's like really trippy. And it's like you see like how complete opposites those two are.
Yeah. Goku wants to go left, Vegeta will go right because he trusts his instincts and he doesn't want to be around you, Goku, because you irritate him.
Exactly.
It's nothing personal, Goku. It's just your stupidity. He's afraid it's contagious.
My favorite funniest moment is also in the Buu saga after they get out of Buu and they're on, you know, the Kai planet, like before Kid Buu comes to like, you know, kill them or whatever. And old Kai is like, he's asking about, you know, the deal and stuff, and Vegeta's like, in Vegeta's head it gets like so ginormous. He's like, let him kiss your woman. And then Goku's like, my wife's not prettier than yours.
Well, he ran out of options, you see. He was clutching at straws here, and he reckoned if it helped. You know, because, you know, Gohan said a flat out no to Videl, and he knew that 18 or Chi-Chi wouldn't do it, so then we left Bulma, and, you know, that's, saying, shouldn't you ask Vegeta's, and he knew Vegeta would say no, so that's why he didn't say anything.
He got so pissed at Goku that his head got so ginormous. I love that
So I'm thinking to myself, careful, you get an embolism if you're not careful. And my funniest moment would have to be Goku and Piccolo learning how to drive.
Oh, I love that episode.
I think to myself,
so funny.
I'm thinking to myself, I can understand Goku needing it a lot. You know, there are some places you just can't use IT all the time, instant transmission, or flying there, because, you know, and learning how to drive, I'm thinking to myself, what the hell did you ask Piccolo? Because he doesn't need a license anyway. Is it because he's the voice of reason or something like that?
No, I'm sure he just dragged Piccolo along because maybe Chi-Chi made him.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking to myself, well, you know, at least Piccolo, you know, tried. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but at least don't treat it like a competition, you fools. You know, this is why we have road rules. Crumbs. What dimwits. Thinking to myself, I only wonder I didn't know who to feel more sorry for, Goku's teacher or Piccolo with his teacher, you know, because she turned out to be quite a pleasant one, but quite a maniac behind the wheel.
Yeah, she was a psycho, like his teacher. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Okay, and speaking of inventions, we'll move on to day 24, coolest inventions.
Iris, I know you want to answer this.
Yes!
What's the coolest invention?
The capsules!
I have to agree with you. Yeah, the capsules. Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic.
Amazing. Literally, you could have a whole house in a box. And then, you know,
in a little tiny capsule, yeah.
You have the capsule, and then for the house, and you have another one for your car, and you have another one for this, and another one for that. It's just, I would love for capsules to become a reality.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Iris, imagine how many books we can put in one tiny little capsule.
Or how many DVDs, or how much money you
Traveling
can put
would
in
be
it.
so easy, just like, oh.
Yes, and storage in your room would be simple. All you have to do is just put it in your pocket or in a box.
Yeah.
Or your clothes and everything like that. That's fantastic. I wonder, maybe one day they might invent one where you can actually store a planet in it.
Maybe.
You know,
That'd be kind of weird though.
Yeah, I know, but you have to develop a very special one that can encompass a whole planet. You know, especially, but I think to myself, well, it's an idea, but put it in the back burner, make a note of that, it might actually work. Yeah, so cool as I mentioned, we all agree is the capsules then.
Yes. The capsules are awesome.
Until they come up with something better.
I mean, they've got the spaceships, they've got the rejuvenation chamber, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the hyperbolic time chamber,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Coolest invention, sensu beams.
Yeah, sensu beams are pretty cool too. You don't need to go to a doctor with that.
Yeah. You get the living daylights belted out of you and you can just take one. But the sad thing is they only grow 2 at a time.
And the dragon radar.
Yeah, no dragon. Well, that's cheating, really.
Oh, that one's really good too. Yeah,
Hey,
there's a lot of good inventions.
If there were 7 mystical Dragon Balls that could grant you one wish, wouldn't you want something that could track the Dragon Balls?
Yep. Okay, now day 23. Favorite Buu form. Our good pal
we're
Martin
getting into
Buu.
the supervillains. Woohoo!
Favorite Buu form. Which version of him did you like the best?
I liked Fat Buu the best because he was like the kindest in that form. He wasn't psychotic. Yeah. I mean, he was, but he was still he's like a little child.
Yeah. When I saw that form, for the first time, my mind was screaming, uh-oh, danger, because this is very dangerous. The Supreme Kai is absolutely right. This is a dangerous being because powerful being, look like a fat guy, except, mind of a child. There's nothing more dangerous than when a child throws a tantrum, especially somebody that powerful. I'm thinking to myself, oh, we are in big, big trouble. Do not annoy this fellow. And so, when I saw it, my mind was just screaming danger from day one, when I saw him. I'm thinking, oh, we are in big trouble. So, but my favorite Buu form would have to be, I'm not quite sure, really. Probably, don't hate me, Iris, when he absorbed Gohan and all the others, when he was actually,
when he was Kid Buu?
No, Super
Well,
Buu.
when he, Super Buu, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite good, even though he was grand scale cheating at the time. But I'm thinking to myself, if he can do that to get more powerful, I'm thinking now that was, pretty impressive. Actually, I thought it was impressive, when his other self came out, his badder side, which was suppressed by his gooder side, and then changed into it, and, you discover, oh dear, if he come out like that, then I would have been extremely worried as well. But, I think I had to say the Super Buu one, I think.
What about you, Iris?
I was never a big fan of Buu, but if I had to choose one, it would definitely be Fat Buu. Kid Buu was boring. His original form was boring.
Kid Buu was just, just like every other villain that wanted to destroy everything.
Except he was a kid.
Was unnecessary.
Yes, I agree on that too.
I'm interested to see what they'll be doing with him in the new show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he'll become Marjube like in GT?
I hope not, no, because that was a waste. That was a waste of his character.
Yeah, maybe just I don't know. But yeah, Fat Buu.
Because didn't
all cute with food and stuff.
Didn't Oob come from a village or something like that, like a poor?
He was the reincarnation of Kid Buu.
No, I know that, but he was born as an Earthling. Didn't Goku say that he came from a poor village or something?
Yeah,
like that?
And enter the tournament so that he could win money to buy food.
Right. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I want to see the village in Dragon Ball Super.
Favorite cell form? Oh, no, that's a tough one. His second form before his perfect one was not my personal favorite. I'm thinking to myself,
I thought for a second you were going to say that's my favorite.
No. I'm going to have to say no. He actually looked like a fish person. Actually, more like that.
That's my favorite cell form.
Mm-hmm.
I love
really?
Cell. He's I love Cell in every single one of his forms, but his second form is just hilarious. Because he also didn't know what was gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting to look like that.
Yeah, which is kind of weird, like, considering, like, I mean, Android 17 and 18, you know, they don't look that half bad, I mean. Yeah. I mean, when it's like his second form is that, it's like, what?
His pre-larval stage was pretty impressive, I thought, because when you actually see it, you know, in the time machine and everything like that, before, you know, it's a bit of a mystery, thinking, you know, what could have possibly come out of this? You know, and what does it look like now? Is the kind of guessing, kind of like guessing game or something like that. So I quite found that interesting, you know, when they find Cell's pre-larval form in the time machine. You know, and they say it's still wet, and so that means, oh dear, whatever was in this has gone away, and it might still be here, you know. And of course, you don't know what it looks like now, so it was sort of like the guessing game until you actually found it.
My favorite form would definitely have to be the first form, because he just looks so badass and menacing, and the English dub voice, it's like, damn.
He was all trying so hard.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
But like, you know, it's like, okay, this, you know, this monster is like, this thing is like the real deal, like, you know, he's a real threat.
Yeah. But, when he is perfect, you actually see, oh yes, I can tell, because you've got, Frieza and Vegeta's ego, alright, because, you know, you think you're perfect and therefore you're better than everyone else.
His perfect form, I don't know, I don't like it as much, because he's
pompous?
No, it's not the personality, it's just the way that, you know, the form looks, it's just, it looks way too, like, close to being a human to me.
Well, I suppose that was the whole point why Gero did it that way, because, you know, if you're gonna beat up, the Z fighters and everything, you've gotta have the right limbs and everything to do it.
So,
you know, to hold all that power.
Gero's idea of perfection is a human being, if you wanna look at it that way.
Well, he was obsessed with, artificial beings, wasn't he? So, but especially artificial beings that could be better than Saiyans, because they bug the shit out of him.
And I like how he acknowledged that nothing artificial would actually win. He had to make something organic, something that could learn, something that could evolve.
Exactly, yeah.
To be better.
And now, up to day 21, our last question for this round of questioning. Favorite Frieza form?
Are we counting Gold Frieza?
Yeah,
well,
I guess.
You can if you want to.
Okay, yeah, Gold Frieza for me.
Yes, because he puts in a lot of hard work. It's almost like he was, it bugged him to no end that he ends up dead and,
The guy trained for freaking 4 months, and he became that powerful, what the heck.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder how long it took his brother Cooler actually to get his 5th and final form in. But Frieza, he actually does his version of Rocky, as it were, you know.
Yeah.
And he actually put a lot of thought into it as well. I had to say that too. It's a definition of how obsession and hard work can actually really pay off, but you still didn't put enough thought into it.
But exactly, yeah. But the thing is with Frieza, I mean, I feel like he's the most childish out of
he is. He's a spoiled brat.
The super villains.
Him. Okay, so Iris, what's your favorite form of Frieza?
I wasn't a fan of his penis condom look. I guess.
I mean, it's alien look.
I meant like his perfect form or whatever the fuck that was when he's all white.
He's full on, yeah.
He literally looks like a dick wrapped in saran wrap or something.
I'm sure he's only too delighted to hear you say that.
I'd have to say, if I had to choose one, just his normal self before he transforms into anything when he's in his little hover car.
Yes, that's right. That's
hover
my second
chair,
favorite. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
He looks so lazy. I guess I can identify with that laziness. If I had a little hover chair, I wouldn't be moving without it either.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, besides, he's got minions to do it for him, and but when they screw up, he's saying, "Oh God, I guess I'll have to do it." Up goes my index finger, and I destroy an entire planet with the guy insulting me or something like that. So there you go. That's the first 10 questions, people.
Yay! We'll do others, next week.
But don't worry. Next time we will do the next ones from day 20 to 11. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. So thanks for listening, listeners.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. We'll see you next time and we hope we've refied your enthusiasm for Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, July 5th, Dragon Ball Super. We'll see what happens. All aboard the hype train.
Yeah.